Hey everybody, what's going on? John Haddock here, Think About Comics, and today I'm talking about The Dark Knights of Steel, Issue 1, a new Elseworld story in the DC Universe. And what is it? It is, imagine if Superman crash lands with his whole family in medieval times. Pretty cool thing, right? This book, we have Jor-El, he's a king. He's got, Kal-El's his prince, Laura's around as his queen. Batman is one of his Dark Knights, okay? And then he's helping him, and they're rounding up all the superpowered people for some reason. We still haven't found out why. And we have a twist, a shocker, and we find out that Batman is half Kryptonian. He's Jor-El is his dad. And we also see this huge conspiracy that is trying to take out the Kryptonians, where maybe a medieval Green Lantern teams up with a Green Arrow and uses a kryptonite arrow to kill Jor-El in the end. So there's a lot of stuff that goes on in this book. And even though a lot of stuff goes on, I enjoy it a lot. My only problem with this is DC does such a good job with these Elseworld stories and just expanding on the universe and just great world building and great character building in these Elseworld stories that I feel when it comes to their main continuity and their main canon stuff, it's just lacking. I mean, nothing coming out right now from DC, in my opinion, that's weekly or monthly or whatever, is living up to what this book did, what Batman Imposter is doing, what Robin and Batman is doing. You just have a lot of books that when you take these characters outside of the normal round of the DC universe, these writers are just killing it and knocking it out of the park. I cannot wait to see where this series goes. And every time one of these Elseworld stories come up, I have to pick it up because a lot of times they're amazing. They're really good, and they end up redefining what the genre of comics is. I mean, if you look back on any time a comic that has been an Elseworld book, we still talk about it today. The Soviet Superman, Frank Miller's Batman, Watchmen, these books that we try to say, okay, this isn't continuity, this is outside, and ends up taking over the whole comics industry. Not saying that this book will, but it's just a very great showcase on, hey, look, DC, when they sit there and say, hey, look, this is an Elseworld story, they put everything behind it, and they go full throttle and the whole 9 yards, and this is what we get. We get a great story, great characters, complete new setup in a new world that I'm very, very curious and eager to see, how these characters maneuver and where it goes. I mean, there's a great storyline here with kind of maybe a jealousy between Batman and Superman, and now they're brothers, and they're going to have to deal with that and just see how these characters go and what is to become of this medieval DC universe. I would highly recommend picking this book up. I know when I first saw it, I was like, I'm not a Knights and Dragons kind of person. I've never been, but this book really, it just got my attention. It was a very, very good read. It didn't go by fast at all. I was taking my time. I was really intrigued with the characters and the universe. I can't stress it enough. DC knocked it out of the park with this book. Highly recommend it, guys. Go out and check it out. And as always, give us that like, give us that subscribe, and hit us up in the comments section. Thanks.